VCU has always been a breeding ground of leadership, and that's what you just heard, is the development and establishment of leadership. All right. Next is Mahmood. Am I saying that right?
Yeah.
Okay, Mahmood Rasheed is graduating with a Bachelor's of Science in Political Science and a minor in Religious Studies. He's planning to pursue a career as a doctor and is starting at MCV this fall. Wow. Just getting accepted. He has been a member of the MSA since his freshman year and serving as Education Director his sophomore year and a mom of the weekly prayer services his senior year, even while pursuing his degree. Mahmood Rasheed.
Assalamu alaikum. Peace be with us all. And first and foremost, congratulations to the graduating class of 2010. So a few weeks ago, one of the ministers here on campus, Brother Imad, came to me and he asked me to speak at the Interfaith Baccalaureate. Now this caught my interest, so I asked him. He said this was the spiritual portion of the graduation ceremonies, featuring speakers from different faith perspectives. I was intrigued. He told me that this was an opportunity for me to express myself as a Muslim student here at VCU and to share with you all my spiritual journey over these last 4 years. I was excited. And then he told me I had 3 to 5 minutes to do the whole thing, so I better hurry. Well, I'll do the best I can in the time that I have. I'll speak very briefly about a single concept, which I think is certainly key to my journey here at VCU, and really just a central idea animating the Muslim perspective in general. This is the concept of ihsan. Ihsan simply means excellence, perfection in the highest caliber that's humanly possible. Islam encourages one to strive for excellence, ihsan, in everything that he or she does. This goes for every effort of human life, no matter how apparently great or small. I feel like this cap is just falling off. So maybe I should just take the thing off altogether. But basically the idea is very simple, very intuitive. Whatever you do it well. Do it to the best of your ability. Now from a Muslim perspective, whatever station you're at in life, whatever role you find yourself, in whatever circumstance, ihsan speaks to this. As spiritual beings, Islam encourages us to establish and to strengthen a very deep and personal relationship with God. As students at VCU, it drives us to excel academically and to bring nothing less than our very best effort to every one of our classes. As members of the community, both on campus and in Richmond at large, ihsan inspires us to go out and to do our part to help those who are less fortunate than ourselves, to care for the environment around us, and to do the best we can to make this a great place to live. And I'm most pleased to say that over my last 4 years at VCU, this environment around me, the VCU environment, hasn't just been a neutral environment, or not just a passive backdrop for these efforts, but rather it's actually played an active part in both empowering and encouraging the striving for excellence. In my studies, I've been consistently challenged by some truly amazing faculty to always push myself to master as much as I can of the knowledge of how the world works. Admittedly, perhaps sometimes I've been pushed a bit more than I enjoyed at the moment, but in hindsight, I always found that I learned the most that way. VCU's support of student organizations has encouraged me to get involved both in the university and in the Richmond community at large. And perhaps on a more directly spiritual side, the diversity of different faith groups on campus have provided many opportunities to learn more about others' beliefs and to grow in my own through interfaith dialogue. Unfortunately, sometimes there's a tendency, Unfortunately, sometimes there's a tendency, I think, for us to sometimes have the conception of a university environment as somehow not conducive to spiritual development, or perhaps even hostile to spiritual development, and our faith becomes something we have to protect as we go through this academic career. But I can honestly say that most happily I found the exact opposite to be true. My faith has driven me to strive for excellence here at VCU. And VCU's environment has actually been a catalyst for strengthening and giving expression to my faith. In light of this, I think several thanks are in order today. First and foremost to God for giving us the opportunities and the abilities to succeed. Second of all to friends and family for supporting us in all of our efforts. Most notably for me, my two parents, the beautiful and wonderful people you see sitting in the second row. I have to do this, I'm sorry, you'll have to do that. My sisters aren't so bad themselves. And of course, just as important, to our professors and the faculty at VCU, who have always done their best to bring out the best in us. So I'd like to congratulate again the class of 2010, and I can only pray that we all continue striving for excellence, both in action and in the spirit of our actions. So, those of us who would seek wealth, may we find wealth so that those who are poor can be provided for. Those of us who seek power, may we find power so that the weak may be protected. And those of us who seek knowledge, may we find knowledge so that those who know not may be enlightened. Congratulations again to the class of 2010.